Good morning. Welcome to the Cat's Corner. I'm back out at Shelby Farms. Still getting some training miles in. Just returned from my trip from last weekend to the Great Smoky Mountains. And today we're going to resume talking about the half marathons that I've done or plan on doing in the future. Today we're going to talk about the one I did last December, which right now seems like 10 years ago. I did the Reggae half marathon in Negril. For y'all that don't know and or has never been to Jamaica, Negril is on the western part of Jamaica. We'll talk about it. Let's get to it. Now, I know you all are saying Kashmir, Jamaica is not a state. I realize that. But I think it is worth mentioning for several reasons. And I'll get to those as I'm talking about the race. And definitely I'll talk about Madrid and Spain when I'm able to do that one as well. I scheduled that race for this past April, but due to COVID, it was canceled. And we were given an option to do it next year, or the following year. And I chose 2022 because 2021 is it's getting full with all these postponements. So I just decided to wait till 2022 to do Madrid, Spain. I believe it's going to be in April. I hope so anyway. And to give me time to, save some money. And so I can spend at least a week out there in Spain, maybe 10 days. We'll see. We'll see how life is in a couple of years, year and a half actually almost. Ooh, this is hard. For those that saw my video from last weekend when I did the 5K in the Great Smoky Mountains, if you stayed till almost the end of the second video, I filmed mile 1, 2, and 3, and I could not breathe. It was worse than this. I was in the mountains, so it was hard to breathe as it is. And I just hate 5Ks. And my distance is a half marathon. The reason I hate 5Ks is because it's a struggle for me. Because I can't breathe until mile 5. And I'm still trying to figure out a way to get my breathing somewhat normal before mile 5, and I still haven't figured it out, so I just deal with it. And I know half marathon is 13.1 miles and I've got 8 miles to go, so which is okay with me. I feel more comfortable with longer distances. 5K is just a struggle for me. So as I was saying, know Madrid and Jamaica, not states, but I also plan on accomplishing 100 half marathons, along with the 50 states. So I'm stuck on 76, I think, 76 half marathons. So I try to do the ones that I want to do to incorporate accomplishing the 50 states and accomplishing the 100. I just do the ones that I want to do, which works fine for me, because there's several out there that I want to either repeat in a state or just repeat altogether, such as Mercedes in Alabama. It's a great race. I do it every year if I lived in Birmingham. I would love to do run the bluegrass in Kentucky again. Definitely here in Memphis, there's several races that are awesome that I just do because A, I live here, and B, they're great. So why not? So first things first is to accomplish the 50 states. And in doing so, that'll get me closer to the 100. I left for Negril, Jamaica, December the 6th, last year, 2019. I arrived there, I want to say early morning. I left here, Memphis. I had a 6 o'clock flight, I remember that. And I got to Negril, I think I want to say around lunchtime. Yes, it had to have been around lunchtime. Okay, so the thing about Negril and Jamaica, the flight comes into Montego Bay, which is almost smack dab in the middle of the island. You have Kingston on one side, and you have Negril on the other. The whole island is beautiful. I've never been to Kingston, but I do plan on going at some point. And definitely going back to Negril at some point. So left here at 6 o'clock, arrived in Montego Bay, I want to say around lunchtime. So here's the thing. Each resort, hotel per se, I guess, has their own shuttle. So they will come get you. They will come get you and take you to the resort. What should have been an hour and a half, maybe at the most, shuttle ride, it took 3 hours. 3 hours. Mainly because, silly me, I flew in on a Friday. And it didn't register that the traffic would be so bad getting to Negril. Fortunately, the shuttle stops like midways to Negril, and we stop and we can get out, use the bathroom, and get something to eat at this little restaurant. I'm sure they have some type of, maybe a contract, because there was a lot of people there. And more than likely, if you're going to Negril, there's not too many places to stop anyway. So this is probably the only restaurant that's, reasonable to stop at. So my shuttle had to make several stops before it got to me, because my resort was at the end. So he let me out, and I got checked into my resort, which is all inclusive, by the way. I don't know if I could do any other way. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure the other hotels are nice that are not all inclusive, but for the money, you get to eat, drink, and party. It's all included in the price that you paid. which if I recall was $1,200. I went through a travel agency friend, travel agent friend of mine here, and I think it was all together, my flight and hotel was $1,200 for Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night, so 4 nights, which not bad. And I've been to the Riu. It was a Riu property. I believe it was Riu Tropical Bay. I've been before, so I knew what to expect. It's right on the water. It's beautiful. I had a great view. I've also got some videos that I took back then. So if you want to go and check those out, they're real short. This shows you a little bit of the resort. So if you want to go to Negril. I get checked into my room and I realize immediately that I am in another part of the resort that I remember from the last time I was there. I was pleasantly surprised. My room was huge, the view was awesome, and the bed was big. The bed was huge. It was a little hard, but who spends time in the room anyway? So what I did was unpacked, kinda, finished my jerk chicken and rice that I had picked up from the restaurant that we stopped at on the way in, and just relaxed for a minute. And then I went out exploring the resort, and it's just as I remember. It's just as beautiful as I remember. By this time, it was late in the afternoon, and it was time to eat at the cafeteria. It is a buffet style. It has, I can't even tell you the types of food that the many types of food that were there, and the abundance of the food. So that is one reason to go to Negril. Yes, you'll get your Jamaican food, but you'll also have a variety of other food to choose from as well. There's food available damn near 24 hours, to be honest with you, and I'm not even lying. They do have breakfast and dinner in the cafeteria, but they also have several different restaurants that you can choose from for dinner. And for lunch, you can go to the middle part of the resort, and they will have set up like hamburgers, fries, fish, salads, different types of fruit. My mouth is just watering just thinking about all the food. My excuse was I've got a marathon to run on Sunday, so I just loaded up and I ate to my heart's content till I couldn't eat anymore. Friday went by so fast. I just slept. I just slept in Saturday. I did get up and go eat breakfast in the cafeteria, which I enjoy breakfast. It's like one of my favorite meals of the day. So I had breakfast in the cafeteria. Then I met up with my girlfriends from Memphis that had also came in for the race. So we went shopping and got some provisions for the race, such as Gatorade and some snacks. And then Saturday was pretty much a chill day, just resting, relaxing, because we had to get up so damn early for that race. The race started at 5:15, y'all. 5:15 a.m. Sunday, 5:15 a.m. So I knew I had to get in bed early. I think my alarm went off at 3:30 Sunday morning, 3:30 Sunday morning. I was ready, I was ready to just get it started. The thing about this race is the reason they start so early is because it's so damn hot. And it did not disappoint. It was okay to start with at 5:15, But I swear, by mile 2, I was drenched. I was drenched. And the people of Negril they're just great. They were out there cheering us on even that early in the morning. As I was saying, the race started at 5:15 and my alarm went off at 3:30ish. The reason it went off at 3:30 is because the shuttle came to pick us up. Because the start line was about 3 miles away, and I wasn't about to walk 3 miles and then run another 13.1. So the shuttle came and got us about 4:30, maybe. We all loaded up in the shuttle. There were several, going down the strip, picking up everybody from the resorts. There's several different resorts along the way. And they came and got us. We got there maybe 30 minutes before the start time, which was, great. We got time to use the bathroom and get some hydration in. And it was so dark, at 5:15, 4:30, it's still dark down there. So it was kind of hard to see all my friends. So I just hung with Sandra and Stephanie. And I did see my friends along the race course, because what we did was we went out, from the gathering site. We turned right, and maybe 2 or 3 miles down, there's a turnaround. So when everybody turned around, you see people on the other side coming back. So as I was going, I saw my friend Link. He lives in Maryland. And I saw LaTanya. She lives in New Orleans. And I saw Daryl. He lives in North Carolina. Actually, we ran together for a little while. He was, at the back with me, walking, fast walking. And like I said, most people did the 10K. Most people did the 10K. So he turned off. I think LaTanya did the 10K. But I did see Link. This was his first time as well down there, and he did the half. Because I saw him twice. I saw him at the first turnaround, then I saw him at the second turnaround. Because we went past the finish line, like I said, for the 10K. Then we kept going, and ironically enough, I went past my resort. I was like, oh, let me just stop now and go to my room. But no, I didn't stop, of course. I kept going. And at the next turnaround, which was it had to have been mile 9 or 10, about mile 9 or 10. And he was coming back to the finish line for the half marathon and the marathon folks. So I saw Lake twice, I saw LaTanya once, and I saw Daryl once. And we were all at different resorts. And you can't just walk onto the resorts. You need some type of pass. So I couldn't walk down there and see them, which was okay. I saw them on the race course and we spoke. The race itself, like I said, it was not really out and back, but a couple of turnarounds. The one thing that struck me was, on usual race courses, they have people out there holding water, cups of water. Not in this case. These were bags of water. These were plastic bags of water, which worked out great because it was hot, and I would just pack them right here on my chest because I was hot, and use them to make myself cool. Then, of course, I was drinking some too. So that was pretty much the Reggae marathon, half marathon, and 10K. It was a great race. I would do it again. I'm not lying. I wouldn't want to cheat myself and go down there and not do the half again. Because like I said, I'm a masochist. So I would suffer the 3 hours again. The finish line was great. They had all kinds of festivities. They had coconut water. It was just, I have no beef about this race at all. Of course, the weather was hot, but that was to be expected in Jamaica. So if you prepare for it, you're fine. So I give this race, a 5 out of 5, to be honest with you. For the location, the people, how you treated, the finish line, the start line. I understand why I start so early, because you have to, because it's so hot.